Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss some of the questions regarding the epithelial tissue. Now, we will discuss the epithelial tissue under the headings of the definition of the epithelium, the functions of the epithelium, the classification, location, and examples of epithelium. So, first of all, which of the following statements correctly defines the epithelial tissue? Now you know what is the definition of epithelial tissue. So you can, if you know the correct definition of the epithelial tissue, you can answer the question. Now, first option is the having widely spaced cells or widely placed cells, having large amount of extracellular matrix, having property of contraction, transmits signals, having closely packed cells. So according to the definition of the epithelial tissue, the option E is correct. Having closely packed cells and with little amount of extracellular matrix. Now, they don't have widely spaced cells. They have little amount of extracellular matrix and the property of contraction. So the epithelial tissue itself doesn't have the property of contraction. Rather, some of its cells, one of its cells have the property of contraction, that is the Myo Epithelial cells. I can write it for you. The Myo Epithelial cells, which are present in some of the glands, and they contract and push the contents of the glands further away. So these are the special kind of epithelial cells which have the property of contractility also. But the whole tissue does not have the property of contractility, only these cells. So this makes another MCQ, that is the, if someone asks, write the name of the cell, epithelial cell, which have the property of contractility, which contracts. So second question is regarding the functions of the epithelium. One of the functions of epithelium is two. So apart from other functions, that is the secretion, absorption, one of the function is the, now we will see the options: protect underlying structures, bind the tissues, give structural support, transport nutrients, insulation. So the correct answer is the protect underlying structures. So as the epithelium is the covering epithelium which covers the one of the type of epithelium is the covering epithelium. So this epithelium covers the external surfaces of the body as well as the internal body cavities and hollow organs, their surfaces. So the important function is the protect underlying structures. So binding tissue, structural support, transportation of nutrients, and insulation, these are all functions of connective tissue. The primary purpose of stratification in epithelial tissue is to increase the. Now you have to carefully read the stem of the MCQ. So what is he asking? That what is the examiner is asking? The primary purpose of stratification. Now, what is stratification? The layers, presence of layers in the layers of cells in the epithelium. You know that some cells are simple epithelial cells, some cells are stratified. Some epithelia are stratified. That is, they are having several layers of cells. So the purpose of stratification, that is layering in the epithelial tissue, is to increase the absorption, diffusion, excretion, protection, or secretion. So the correct answer is protection from the abrasion and external forces or pressures. So now next questions are regarding the classification, location, and examples of the epithelium. So keratinized stratified squamous epithelium is found in the. So these are the questions. Now simple squamous epithelium is found in the. Stratified columnar epithelium is found in the. Okay, so these questions can come in these ways. So the keratinized stratified squamous epithelium is found in the lining of mouth, lining of urinary bladder, lining of small intestine, pancreas, and skin. So of course, it is present in the skin, keratinized, stratified, and then keratinized. The lining of blood vessel is covered with. So blood vessels are lined with simple cuboidal, ciliated cuboidal epithelium, simple squamous epithelium, transitional epithelium, simple columnar epithelium with microvilli, simple ciliated columnar epithelium. So again, this simple squamous epithelium, this is also known as endothelium. So this is again another question, MCQ, that endothelium lines the. Now this question will contain the sites. One of the site, which one is the correct, is the blood vessels. Number 2 can be lining of stomach. Number 3 can be urinary bladder, and so on. So next question is the simple columnar epithelium is present in, again, stomach, thyroid gland, ureter, urinary bladder, heart. So simple columnar epithelium without any goblet cell, without any cilia, without any microvilli, it is present in the lining of the stomach. So epithelial cells that can stretch from a cuboidal or columnar shape to a squamous shape are called simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium, pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, transitional epithelium. So the type of epithelium which changes the shape of its cells. So of course, this is the transitional epithelium. In which of these locations would pseudo-stratified columnar ciliated epithelium intermixed with goblet cells can be found? So it is a pseudo-stratified columnar ciliated epithelium along with the goblet cells. So whether it is present in the blood vessels? No, simple columnar epithelium is present. It is present in the serous membranes? No, simple columnar. Lining of small intestine, simple columnar with microvilli. Surface of skin, of course, the stratified squamous. So it is present in the lining of nasal cavity and the trachea. So which of the following feature is used in naming the type of epithelia? So again, this is the this comes under the heading of classification. Shape of cells in the basal layer? Yes or no? No. Number of cell layers? Of course, we use this type of feature in naming types of epithelia. Presence of basal lamina? No. Every epithelium has a basal lamina. Size of nuclei? No. Nature of cell junctions that are present? No. So the correct answer is the number of cell layers. This could be correct answer if the shape of cell is in the superficial layer. Surface layer, superficial layer. The epithelium in which all the cells lie on the basement membrane, but not all the cells reach the luminal surface is the. Now, the stratified columnar epithelium, you know, all these cells, they do not lie on the basement membrane, and not all the cells they reach on the. Likewise, the stratified squamous, likewise, the stratified cuboidal, likewise, the transitional epithelium. So, pseudo-stratified, as the name is suggesting, this is the epithelium in which all the cells they lie on the basement membrane, but not all the cells they reach the apical surface. So this is the kind of epithelium. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cells are reaching the apical surface, while 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cells are lying on the basement membrane. So this is the definition of the pseudo-stratified epithelium also. An epithelium which has tight junctions at the luminal surface is the. So an epithelium which has tight junctions at the luminal surface is the transitional epithelium, because transitional epithelium is present in the urinary system, and to avoid the toxic effects of urine to the underlying layers of the epithelium, the tight junctions are present at the luminal surface, so the urine cannot go inside the in the paracellular spaces. So I hope you find these MCQs helpful. Thank you so much.